Hey guys, it's gonna be a bit of a long video, I guess you could say. Um, Currently I'm out here doing pull-ups, trying to get my reps in, trying to get my workout in before the new week starts, I guess. It's currently, June already, which is so crazy because the year went by so fast and we're basically halfway through the year already. I haven't really gave myself much opportunities to train or post as much. I guess I've been pretty busy working full-time, and I've been working full-time since last year, so that's kind of where my life is currently. I don't necessarily have a specific topic I want to talk about in this video. I guess this is just gonna be like a little bit of a life rant and just a bit of an update of how things are and some goals that I want to achieve before the year ends. So nothing like too specific, but right now I'm trying to hit 100 pull-ups. I think I'm at like 30 pull-ups, 30 or 35. I didn't really keep count, but I'm gonna set it at 30. So I got 70 more reps to go. So let's hit 5. Okay, so yeah, this year went by really quickly. There were certain things that I wanted to do, or certain goals that I wanted to hit, and I did have the opportunity to get those goals. One of it was I wanted to replace my old car, and I did have a chance to do that. I didn't buy anything new though. I bought a used car, but it's definitely a lot better than what I had before, so I'm very grateful for that, you know. And I wanted to keep myself in a more consistent training routine, but that's been pretty difficult. I mean maybe I'm just not really pushing myself hard enough. Maybe I'm not really keeping myself as disciplined just so I can stick with my resume and all that. But I'm gonna try my best to really keep myself on track and to really keep myself in touch with what I want to do. I guess I've been sort of distracted with my personal life, work life. I've ran into, a fair amount of financial problems here and there. Nothing too serious, but there's definitely a lot more adult responsibilities being put onto me this year, and I guess some could say it's kind of a burden, and others could say it's kind of a blessing, because sometimes when you go through problems, it really does help you mature a lot quicker, and it really does help you grow in a way. But I guess everyone's mindset is different, so it's really about how you perceive what you're going through. And I mean, I could sit here and I could say oh, all my personal problems, work problems, financial problems are hindering me from achieving my goals outside of those domains. Or I can tell myself that I need those problems to be in my life just so that it could help me grow better as a person. But yeah, there's things going on in my life, and right now I just want to say that I'm more at peace. I'm not really stressed out over anything specific. I'm not necessarily like frantic about anything. I'm just kind of going through my days, working my job. I'm still, you know, putting money into the stock market. I haven't really gained anything too crazy yet. I'm definitely growing my portfolio, but it's at a pretty like slow rate. There's definitely growth, but it's, you know, it's nothing too crazy. But I'm gonna continue doing that because, you know, people say that time in the market beats time in the market. So right now I may not see any crazy ROIs coming in, but in the future, as the years pass, definitely there could be some bigger changes to how much money I make. But for now, you know, I'm kind of down here. Let's hit 5 more reps and we'll hit 40 pull-ups. I'm gonna do closed grips for this one. Okay. So I'm really taking everything in right now. It's really nice to be out here. I mean, there's no one out here except for me. You could see a couple cars, like what, you can see a couple cars, you know, a little bit downwards the neighborhood here, but it's pretty much empty fields, pull-up bar, and the sun is setting. Currently I think it's like what, 8 p.m. so it's gonna get dark soon, but it's just really nice being outside of work and being away from everyone. Not that I have against anybody, but just having time to be by yourself and just kind of let your mind reset and let yourself sort of, you know, just kind of de-stress and all that stuff. But yeah, man, I guess some things that I want to say is I definitely need to keep myself into a better training routine. Maybe it's because I train multiple like disciplines, so it is fairly difficult and it is pretty draining, especially when you're working full-time, but it's possible at the same time. It's just, I guess it's a matter of how I take things and how I really cramp everything in. It's, you know, but I think this year I want to at least gain like a couple pounds. I've kind of cut down my diet a little bit, so I haven't been necessarily eating like proper meals each day. What I mean by that is I'm probably consuming like around 1 meal a day. I do eat, in terms of like proportions, I do eat a lot more than most people, but I want to kind of gain more weight because within the past year or so, I think I've lost like 10 pounds. So currently I weigh like 140 pounds, but before I was around 150 to like 155. So that is like, you know, 10 pounds downwards. So I guess I kind of want to like gain back that weight. Not necessarily saying I'm unhealthy, but I just want to increase my size. I guess that's really about it. I do plan to do more hikes on the weekends, so in the future there's this one hike that I want to do. It's called Mount Whitney. I think it's like the tallest mountain in Southern California. It's either Southern California or it's in the USA, but it's one of those two. But I want to do that hike, and it's like a 14,000 feet mountain. Of course, in order for you to climb that, you have to have proper training. So I want to do some rucking basically. And if you guys don't know what rucking is, it's basically doing a hike or walking, or I guess some people can run as well, but it's basically walking, hiking, or running with weights on your back, you know. Because mostly when you do Mount Whitney, you're gonna do backpacking. So you're gonna hike, either it's a 2-day hike, or some people do like a 3-day hike, but they carry some luggage and some tents and food and water on their back, and it's, you know, fairly up to like what, 20 to 30 pounds depending on how much they want to carry. So going up a 14,000 feet mountain with 30 pounds on your back is, you know, definitely there is some difficulty to that, and you need some proper training. So I want to do that. I just want to do it because I just want to achieve it, you know. It's not something that a lot of people have done, and I always want to kind of push myself physically. So I think that would be a really cool thing to do. In terms of calisthenics, I want to get into training planche and other skills, but for now I do more of statics. And I've been kind of focusing on basics like weighted pull-ups, so nothing too crazy. But I do want to get into training planche, and then I also do weightlifting. So I have to get myself back into the gym and start hitting weights at the same time. And I also plan to train archery at least like once every week now. And there's just so many things I want to do, but you know, I guess you could say I gotta try harder in terms of hitting my goals. Yeah, let's hit 5 more reps, and that'll be 45 pull-ups. It's really nice out here. Like, I don't know, just the vibe. But yeah, you know, for now I guess I'm gonna continue working my job, make my money, invest into the stock market. I'm gonna try my best to not spend as much money anymore, because I've noticed that each month my literal bank account is going down to like almost $0, and sometimes it does hit that amount, sadly. Of course I have money in my stock portfolio, but I'm not gonna sell my stocks. But I'm kind of upset at myself because I'm not at where I want to be financially. I feel like there's a lot of things that I could have just kind of like skipped out on, like for example, like going to festivals, like going out to eat, buying certain things. I feel like there's just certain financial decisions I've made within this past year that I could have just completely avoided, and instead of like spending my money on these things, I could have just took that money, either saved it into my bank, or I could just put it into stocks. And yeah, I'm not very happy with myself. I'm not, you know, but now, you know, like what I want to do is I just want to make money. You know, I'm paying my bills each month, and I have some student loans I have to pay from school. So I'll focus on doing those things because, you know, that's definitely a priority. And then I'll have some money left, and instead of going out, you know, trying to have fun or whatever, I'll just take that money and I'll just put it into stocks or save it up. Because otherwise I'm not gonna change financially. Like each month is gonna be the same, you know. Like I'll make money, and then by the end of the month I don't have any money, and that's not what I want for myself. So that has to change. obviously, like I already said, I wanted to get myself more into training. There's a lot of things I want to achieve physically. I'm still at a fairly young age, and I'm still like, I do have 2 knee injuries right now. It's not severe, but it does hinder me from, going all out. So I'm trying to kind of re-strengthen my legs and re-strengthen my knees just so that they can be capable again. What else is there? Yeah, I mean, yeah. And I don't have a girlfriend yet, sadly. I guess within the past year I did meet, maybe like a few girls, not that many, but like a few girls that I thought were really attractive. One of them specifically, I really like them, but I don't think things are gonna work out with them, at least for now. And I met somebody else, but I don't really think she's the one, or she's the kind of person I want to be with in the long run. So I'm gonna sort of avoid that. I mean, it does kind of suck being single, and but I want to level up, man. I want to upgrade my life. I want to upgrade where I am financially. I don't want to keep myself in a phase where I'm just distracted by things that don't really matter. Of course, like in the future, like I want to find someone I can marry and start a family with, but I want to do it with the right person, and I don't want to end up putting my attention or my effort into like the wrong person, and then next thing you know, I'm wasting my time and my energy and my money, and it's like, and now I'm stressed out over like a relationship that I shouldn't even been in, to begin with. So there's that. Yeah, like I do want a girlfriend, but at the same time, I understand that there's goals for me to hit and achieve, and it's either I take the time to find somebody who's going to help me reach those goals while I help her reach her goals, or I end up with somebody that doesn't really help me at all, and I can't really help her at all, and like we're both distracted and we're both doing things that are just nonsense, and then it doesn't get us anywhere, and then we eventually break up because the relationship just doesn't work out. And it's like, like, would I rather be alone to focus on my goals and to focus on myself financially and to focus on my, my physical goals, or do I want to end up with somebody who, there's risk to it. But I think for now, the smartest play for me is to just stay single, work on my money, work on myself physically, work on improving myself, because there's just so many things I can learn. There's so many things I can build. I just got to take the time that I have to build those things and to make those things happen. And I don't believe a relationship is the right answer right now, especially where I'm at. Let's hit 5 more reps, and that will be 50 pull-ups. But yeah, that's kind of how my life has been recently. My biggest hope is that years down the line, I'll have everything that I want to have, you know. I want to have a more financially stable lifestyle where I don't necessarily have to worry about a paycheck, you know. I want more free time just so that I can go out, train, do the things that make me happy, do the things that make me feel joy in this world. You know, I want my family to be in a better position, and I don't know what my lifestyle is going to be 10 years from now or 20 years from now, but you know, I always tell myself that with time a lot of things can change. So even if I'm not necessarily like in the position that I want to be right now, time is always capable of changing your entire life. You know, it's just really a matter of making the right choices. But yeah, you know, I guess I didn't really have anything like specific to really talk about in this video. It's kind of me just ranting about how my life is and how things are. But yeah, man. Yeah. It's getting pretty dark. I think I'm gonna end the video. I still have a whole workout to do, so I got plenty of time for that. I'm gonna stay out here, hit my reps, head home, and start the brand new week tomorrow. Maybe I'll come back within a year to give another life update, just so you guys, maybe there's like, I don't know, maybe there's some progress or some changes during that time frame, but yeah. Bye guys, thanks for watching my video, and I'll see you guys in the next.